Hi everyone, how's it going? Hope everybody's keeping well and safe. Today what I'm going to go through is the fundamentals Pilates class. This is going to be our block 2. We had done the first 3 weeks, so this is going to be week 4. Okay, so I'm going to do this video in a few parts. There's going to be 5 parts purely from the fact that my internet connection is really poor here and it takes ages to upload to YouTube. So I'm going to do part 1 through to 5. So the first one is going to take in standing position, the second sitting, the third side lying, the fourth is going to be in a crook lying position, and the fifth is going to be in the opposite side lying. Okay. So all you need is a mat, if you have one. If you don't have one, try and find yourself a carpeted surface at home. You can do this in your shoes. Today I'm going to do it in my socks. Normally I do it in my runners when we're in Pilates Physio Cork in the studio, but today I'm going to do it in my socks because I'm on this lovely carpet. All you're going to need is a stick, which I have here. Again, this is the one that I found at home that we use to open our Velux windows here. But what you can use is just use a broomstick. You don't have to take the end off it if you don't want to. Just use whatever you have at home. Okay, so we're using these really more so for the balance exercises. All right. So what we're going to start off with is this being part 1 of these 5-part videos for our week 4. We're going to start off in the standing position and we're going to start off with some squats and lunges. Okay, so we're going to be doing 10 reps of each. As usual, just bear in mind you want to be symptom free, so you want to be pain free. Make sure you've no pins and needles or numbness, any leaking. You want to work within your own limits. Push yourself, but not to the point of symptoms. Remember to do your breathing, okay? You want to try and get the breath down right the way into the tummy as much as you can. Try and use your lateral ribs. You should have, at this stage, we always do our warm-up and our cool-down, so you can find your warm-up listed in the YouTube clips below this one, okay? I'm assuming at this stage you've done a little bit of a warm-up, roughly about 5 minutes, which is what we usually do in the class. All right, so we're going to start off with some squats, and we're going to start off with our squats with our arms in front. Okay, so if you want, you can use the stick. I'm just going to put my arms out in front, so I'm not too particular about the squats. What I am looking for is that everything is soft and relaxed. I don't want any tension in the core. Watch the breathing. Just make sure you're not holding your breath. That's really, really important. So just make sure that when you're doing your squats, you're trying to keep your knees over your ankles as much as you can, okay, so that you're going to use the glutes a little bit more. So try not to let the knees drift over the toes, and also what I'm looking for is just make sure that the knees aren't rotating in or twisting in towards the center. Okay, so when you look down, you should try and keep the knees as much as you can over the ankles. Okay, so we're going to start off with doing 10 reps, okay, with the arms in front. All right, and here we go. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, go down as far as you feel you can, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay, so with your squats, you don't have to be very particular about them. I'm not. You can do a narrow squat. Squats can be very wide if you want them to be. You can go as low as you want them to be, okay, and just do a shallow squat if you want to, okay. So that's our 10 reps in our squats. At home, when you're looking at this video, take your time doing it. You don't have to rush through it. If you've got kids at home and you need to tend to them, run out, do whatever, have a drink of water, take a sip every now and again, okay. I'm just going to go through this, not quickly, but I'm just going to go through each exercise, and feel free to obviously pause it and rewind as you need to, okay. So just take your time doing it. You will feel that your breath, your heart rate and your breathing rate are going to increase. You might start to sweat a little bit more. That's all okay. That's very normal. That's what we would be expecting with this, okay. Next, we're going to move on to doing 10 lunges, okay? You can do lunges any way you want, all right? When you're doing your lunge, it can be a really deep lunge if you want it to be, dropping that back knee down onto the floor, pushing back up into your start position. If you're not able to do that, you can do a short lunge, a little bit of a dip, You can do lunge diagonal. You're going to do, or you can do lunge to the side, lateral lunge. You can do a reverse lunge. But for now, I'm going to do 2 of each, okay? I'm going to do 2 forward lunges, 1 on each side, right and left. 2 reverse, right and left, 1 to the right, 1 to the left side. I'm going to do a curtsy lunge, right and left, and I'm going to do 2 diagonal lunges, all right? Watch the breathing again. Try and get the breath as much as you can right down into the tummy. No contraction of the core. Don't worry about that. That will take care of itself, okay? So let's start off with your lunges. We're going to do 2 forward, okay? Starting off right and left. So here we go. Relaxed. Just make sure shoulders aren't up around the shoulders. Everything is relaxed. We're going to step forward with the right, okay? Dip down and back, and same thing on the left hand side and back. Okay, we're going to do 2 reverse lunges. I'm going to do these to the side. So we're going to reverse down, touch the knee to the floor if you can, and step up. Same on the left hand side, and step up. We're going to do 1 to the right, 1 to the left next. Okay, lateral lunge to the side and back, and same to the left. Left side and back. We're going to do 2 curtsy lunges. So what they are basically is you're going to do it on each side. If you're doing it on the right, you're going to pop that right leg behind as if you're going into a curtsy, hence the name. Dip down the knee and back up again, okay? And the same on that left side. That left foot behind, you're up on your toes, both knees are bending. Trying to control that as much as you can so that you're not losing your balance. Breathing, that's a really nice one for the glutes. Okay, and then we're going to finish the lunges with 2 diagonal, 1 to the right, 1 to the left. Okay, so just going to head off in a diagonal direction. All right, so diagonal lunge to the right, diagonal lunge to the left. Okay, so that's our lunges. Next we're going to do 10 curtsy lunges. Okay, I'm going to do 5 with the right, 5 with the left. Okay, so we're going to start off, going to pop the right leg behind and back to the start position. That's 1, 2, 3. With the lunges, just try and make sure that the knee isn't drifting too far forward over the toes. 4 and 5. And then same on that left side. Left leg behind, 1. Watch the balance. This is a really nice one for the balance. 2, 3, 4, and 5. So at this stage, you're probably starting to feel it a little bit on the quads, maybe on the glutes as well. All good, okay? So what we're going to do is we're going to do a single leg deadlift. For those of you who've done my classes before will be familiar with this one. This is where a stick comes in. So what we're going to do is we're going to start off on that left side. We're going to do 10 on the left, okay? Which means we're going to balance on that left leg, slight bend on that left knee. So from the side, what that looks like, slight bend on that left knee. What you're going to do is you're going to pop the stick onto that right foot, okay? So you're going to balance over onto that left leg with the slight bend on the knee. You're going to bring that right leg behind. Use that stick to guide the leg all the way back. Try and maintain the balance on that left side. Bring that right leg all the way up as far as you can and back to the start, okay? Watch the breathing, don't hold the breath. If you need to take a drink of water, do that. We're going to go for 2, maintaining the balance, watch the breathing and back up. So you really feel that on the glutes, your glute med and your glute min on that left side as your weight bearing on that left side. What you want to make sure of is when you're going to the side, okay, or rather when you're lifting that right leg back, you want to make sure that you're not crossing over the midline, all right? So you want to try and keep those 2 legs parallel as much as you can, okay? So you're holding onto your stick, pushing back, trying to balance on that left side as much as you can. Bring that leg up as much as you can and back down. If you don't have a stick, don't worry about it. You will still be able to manage this without the stick. Stick is just a nice one to try and guide that leg back. Okay. the breathing. I've lost count already. I think this is number 7. And 8. Side again. And 9. Okay. And 10. On that right side. Whoop. Start that one again. Okay, so that's 10 on that right side, and then we're going to do 10 on the left. Okay, so this time what we're doing is we're balancing on the right leg this time. Okay, let's go this way. So slight bend in that right knee. Stick is on the left leg this time. Okay, same principle. I'm not going to do 10, but I'm just going to show you a couple on this left side. Slight bend on that knee, everything soft and loose and relaxed. Try not to be tense, just relax down the shoulders as much as you can. Balancing over on that right leg. Going to bring that left leg behind, bring it up as high as you can. Naturally, that right hand will drop down. You can use that to balance yourself if you're falling around. Okay, and back up. Okay, so that's 1 on that. Balancing on the right, moving the left. And 2. Okay, and right through to 10 reps on that left side. Okay, so that is our single leg deadlift. All right, next we're going to move on to, I'm just going to take a sip of water actually. Okay. Now, next we're going to balance for 30 seconds on one leg. So I'm going to get my stopwatch going here. Okay, so we're going to do single leg balance, okay, using our stick if you have one, okay. If you don't, you're just going to have to manage with the arms, but a stick is really handy for this particular exercise, okay. So you're going to balance on the right leg, okay, we're going to balance for 30 seconds. We're going to do rotations, okay. That's just a demo, that wasn't the proper one, okay. Rotations. We're going to start moving our arms in different positions, so you can be as creative as you want with this, okay. You can bring the arms right up overhead, you can bring the arms behind your neck if you want to, okay. This is just to perturb your balance, just to make it a little bit more difficult, okay. So let's go, and let's start for 30 seconds. So let's go on our right leg for starters. Okay, so we're balancing that right leg, okay. We're going to rotate the stick around. Try and maintain the balance as much as you can. If you fall over, that's perfectly fine. Just start all over again, okay? You can do a little bit of canoeing if you want to, forward and backwards. You can do arms across. You can do a side bend, which is actually quite difficult when you're standing on one leg. And that's our 30 seconds, okay? So that went quickly enough. Going to do the same, balancing over on that left leg this time, okay? Off we go. Arms overhead this time. Back down. We're going to rotate again. So you can have your right knee like this. You have the leg in front of you if you wish. I tend to have mine like this. So bending side to side. Try and maintain that balance. Watch the breathing. A little bit of canoeing. Forwards. Canoeing backwards. Up overhead, hands behind. Okay, and there's our 30 seconds again. Okay, so that is our single leg balance, and we're going to finish off, this part of the video with some stretches with the stick. Okay, so let's start off with stick in front. Normally have one that doesn't have a hook on the top, so it's a lot easier, but you're just going to have to make do, okay, as I am. So stick out in front. Going to get the legs apart. We're going to bring the toes in together, okay. What we're going to do is we're just going to stretch out in front, push that stick as far away from you as you can. So right now you're probably feeling a little bit of stretch into the glutes, maybe down into the hamstrings, maybe into the adductors, which are the inner thigh muscles. You may also be feeling it into the shoulders, okay. What you can do is you can just lean off to one side with that stick. Lean to the other side with the stick, okay? So if you lean off to the left hand side with that stick, you're going to feel a stretch on the right side. If you lean to the right, you're going to feel a stretch on that left side. So what that looks like is feet apart, roughly, probably about twice shoulder width, toes together, leaning forward. Stick to the left, you're going to feel a stretch into that right side. Stick to the right, you're going to feel a stretch into that left side. Okay, you can use the stick to push yourself back and stretch all your anterior, your front here. Okay, stretching back. What that looks like from the side is take your stick in, make sure it doesn't slip. Legs are apart, feet are together, stretching all the way back. Okay, and forward again. If you want to, you can wag your tail side to side. Okay, what that looks like from the front. Wagging tail side to side. You can do some coccyx circles where you're going circles clockwise and anti-clockwise with that pelvis. Again, from the side, what that looks like is wag the dog, circles clockwise, anti-clockwise with the pelvis. You can pelvic tilt, so tucking the tail under, holding for a few breaths, back out again, tuck under, hold for a few breaths, and out again. Okay, and back up. Sticks are great for stretches. Okay, again, another nice one is up overhead, trying to pull the stick apart. Okay, and try and get that stick as far back as you feel you can. Again, any shoulder injuries or any difficulty with the shoulders, go as far as you feel you're comfortable. Okay, and back. Okay, you can use the stick to bring yourself forward as far as you can. Back up. You can use your stick to bend to one side and to the other side. What you can also do is pop the stick down beside you, and you can use your hand to slide down for a little bit of extra support. Okay, same on the other side. Stick beside you. If you want to bring the arm across, you can also do that. Okay, so they're just a few ideas that you can use the stick for, so just a few stretches. Okay, so that's the end of our part 1 of this particular class, which is our week 4 in our block 2 class of fundamentals of Pilates. See you in the next part.